Thank you so much everybody for stopping by my channel. The plants and I welcome you. They are so excited to have you here. We're going to be working through 2 sections of this video, and they're all going to be focused on your lower abs. The first half is going to be modified, so this is going to be for beginners, or if you're coming back to your fitness journey and you're not sure where you're at. That second half is going to be a little bit more intense. We're just going to up the ante a little bit, which is a phrase I like to use. So without further ado, let's get into our workout. First half, modified.
Alrighty, hold tighty. We have our first exercise. It's a half alternating flamingo. So you're on your right side, your toes are in a kickstand, you're alternating your knee from left to right and out. And switch over to the left side, left to right and out. Keep your core engaged. Make sure that you keep your chest up. And we rest. Smile. Make sure to breathe. These are great beginner exercises. If you are just starting out your fitness journey and you want to start working out your core and build up strength, this is a great way to start. Our exercise coming up is the dead bug. This is one of my favorite exercises. So keep your knees in tabletop. You're going to alternate and just tap your heel to the floor, one at a time. What's very important to keep in mind here is that your lower back is engaged to the floor. So it's touching the floor and your core is tight. So you're not just arching your back here. You're doing this exercise with every engagement, okay? And I can feel it. I will tell you that this is tough. And we rest. Great job, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this workout. I'm very excited and so grateful to have you here today. I hope that you're having a great Monday. I hope that you're smiling, and if you're not, that's okay. You don't have to. We have our next exercise coming up. It's our pelvic tilt. So you're on your back. Your feet are hips width distance apart. Your lower back is touching the ground, and you're just doing a little hip tilt. So think of it as a slight tilt in and upwards. You can see I'm motioning with my hands. I'm taking the tail of my tailbone and just tilting up. Just a very small and gentle movement. Great job. Okay, so we rest. Now we take some time to breathe. I always like to do these exercises to recenter myself. After a HIIT workout, after an intense weight training or strength training workout, it's always good to just recenter. We have a next exercise. We're doing the pelvic tilt again, but this time in a combination with the alternating heel stretch out. So notice that my lower back is engaged to the floor, and I'm slowly reaching out each heel, tapping to the ground and bringing it back. So this requires a lot of focus. Your entire body should be engaged here. You're not just stretching your feet out willy-nilly. You want to make sure to focus here. Okay, rest. Good job. So I want to encourage you to take these rest moments to breathe, of course, to take a sip of water, but also just to be intentional with your workout. Try not to think about your grocery list or your laundry list or the things that you have to do. This is a you time, so take these moments and really focus on you. This is a modified hollow hold. When you get to an advanced, your feet generally start to lower down to the ground to the point where it's about an inch from the ground. But today, because we want to make sure that we're at the beginner mode, we're keeping our feet either raised to the ceiling straight up or in tabletop position, as you can see that I have here. I hope to do a video soon on all the progressions for a hollow hold. It's something that's extremely good for your core. It's something to build up to. Okay, so we're on to our second round. Guys, you're doing so well. If you've made it this far, give yourself a little pat on the back. Give yourself a little round of applause. Do you remember doing that in kindergarten? Oh, there goes the mat. Don't worry, we'll leave it there. We're gonna do our half flamingos and alternate. If you want to do advanced, you can raise your knee up as high as to where I have. But for the modified version, just keep your toes to the ground in a kickstand motion. Okay, so we're alternating left and right. Notice I'm doing this with intention. So my core is engaged, my back is nice and straight. I'm trying to make sure that my posture is tall. I'm not hunching over. Great job, and rest. All right, get your mats. We're gonna go and hop into, well, not hop, but lie down into our next exercise. Okay? We have our dead bug. So again, hands are stretched up to the ceiling, core is engaged, lower back is touching the ground here. So there's no arch in our back, and we alternate touching our heels to the ground. Make sure that you're breathing through this exercise. Do this with intention. You're doing so well. Great job. And rest. Rest, Trisha. Rest. Oh. Earth to Trisha. It's okay. If you went a little longer, that's okay. It means that you're ready for maybe an advanced segment, or you can do this video over again, and I would be so happy if you did. Next exercise is our pelvic tilt. So keep your lower back to the ground. Remember, we're doing a slight tilt inwards and upwards of our tailbone there. You can see a small movement. It's a different execution of a modified crunch. So you're doing so well. I'm not just saying that. I know that hopping into a fitness journey is no small feat, and I just want to tell you I'm proud of you. You're making a change. You're living your life for you. I hope that this is a great stepping stone to that. I hope that you come back for more, early and often, or later. Maybe you don't work out early. I don't know. Whatever your schedule is, I'm excited to have you here today. Okay, our next exercise, we have our pelvic tilts with the alternating heel. So again, our lower back is touching the ground, our core is engaged, and we slowly, I want to reiterate, we slowly stretch out our heel and tap the ground. And we're alternating heels here. Okay, we've got less than 10 seconds. Great job. And rest. Okay, rest, Trisha. Okay. Our next exercise, we're going to be hopping into or lying down into our modified hollow hold.
There's nothing to fear if you try. If you keep believing.
So our knees are either in tabletop or they're straight up to the ceiling. Your core is engaged. You're not just keeping your legs up willy-nilly. I love that phrase. So I'm demonstrating all the different progressions of a hollow hold. If you feel that you can do this angle and your back is still touching the ground, great, stay here. All right, and rest. Everybody, we're on to our second portion. This is a little bit more intense, and our first exercise is an alternating standing flamingo. So we keep our knee high, waist level, and we're stretching out, out, and down. Out, out, and down. So we're alternating. Your core is engaged here. Great job, everybody. Keep the focus. You're doing so well. You have less than 5 seconds here. Great job. 20 seconds of rest. So slightly less time than in the earlier segment because we're doing this a little bit more intensely than in the prior segment. So our dead bug is a little bit more complicated. Now our arms are moving out with our heels. So your lower back is still engaged. It's still touching the ground. Your core is still nice and tight. You're just making sure that this is done with intention. As soon as you feel an arch in your back, you need to just take a breath and maybe start to do the modified version. Great job. You have less than 15 seconds here. Come on, you've got this. Don't give up. Do not give up. Okay, keep going. Great job. And rest. Remember to smile. And hey, like I said before, if you don't want to smile, that's okay. You do not have to. I just find that smiling helps, especially when I'm in an intense workout. Next exercise, we have our sit-up pulses. So we're going to do 2 rounds of this. Your lower back is touching the ground. Your core is engaged. I am not pulling my neck up. My chin is not rounded to my chest. It's actually facing the ceiling. That's what I'm motioning to you here. Keeping your arms outstretched and your hands to your ears is actually meant to add challenge and balance. It's not meant to help you keep your neck to your knees. So just keep that in mind. You should never be using that to pull forward. That does not do anything for your core. Okay, rest. Take a sip of water if you need it, or just sit and ponder. That's what I'm doing. Great, okay. So we've got our sit-up pulses. As I mentioned before, this is our second round of this. So chin is to the ceiling. Maybe you have a picture of something you really like to look at on your ceiling when you do these sit-up exercises. I used to do that when I was at the beginning of my fitness journey. It definitely helped, actually. It was a nice distraction. So I want to encourage you to do that. Okay, you're doing so well. Come on, you only have a few seconds here. And rest. Great job. Okay, our next exercise. Remember, I had mentioned in the earlier segment that the advanced hollow hold is where your heels are closer to the ground and your arms are outstretched. And that's what I'm doing here. So my heels are just a few inches above the ground here. Forgot the word for ground for a second. Goodness gracious. Keep your chin to the ceiling. You should not be angling your chin down to your core. Make sure to breathe and make sure to keep that lower back touching the ground. I like to squeeze my glutes here to make this a very full body exercise. And rest. Okay, get that mat out of the way. We're gonna do our second round. So our advanced flamingos. I think that's such a cool exercise name. Great job. And keep alternating left and right, out, in, and down. Great job. Awesome work here. And we have a little bit less than 15 seconds here. Remember to keep your core engaged. Remember to keep your posture nice and tall. And you rest. Okay, we have our advanced dead bug. Sounds like a scientific term. Not really, actually. Advanced dead bug. It sounds like something I would say if I'm in, like, kindergarten. But this is a very difficult and advanced move. So make sure that your knees are in tabletop, your opposite arms outstretched with your opposite leg. Light touch of the heel to the ground there. Make sure that your core is engaged. Your lower back is touching the ground. There should be no arch here, okay? Great job, everybody. And you rest. We have our sit-up pulses next. So fingertips to your ears, you're not pulling your neck in, your elbows are outstretched. Your lower back is to the ground, your tail is curved up. Think of your pelvic tilts. Remember that you were curving that pelvic bone in. Try to do the exact same thing here. Light pulses, eyes up to the ceiling. Think of that picture that you're staring at, whatever it is. I'd probably put like The Rock up there or something like that because he's just so awesome and killing it these days. Freaking love him. He's a good motivator too. Dang. And rest. Great job. Little thumbs up, little dad thumbs up there. Okay, we've got about 5 seconds left of this rest and then hop into that pulse. Great job, everybody. You know, I often think of The Rock actually whenever I'm doing my workouts because I feel like mine can be very intense, but then he posts something on Instagram and I realize, yeah, my workout was not intense, not compared to that. So he's a good motivator. I also really like that song, You're Welcome. What's that from? Moana. Yeah. And you rest. Great job. Remember to breathe here. Maybe check out your form. Make sure that you're not hunching or rounding. Try not to do that. You want to keep a good posture. So we have our advanced hollow hold. Keep in mind that if this is not where you are, that's completely fine. Remember the modified version at the beginning in the earlier segment. If you've made it to this far and you can't get a hollow hold in without arching your back, then please, please, please just raise your heels up a little bit until your lower back is touching the ground. I don't want you to hurt yourself. You will get there. You will. You just have to keep practicing. Great job. Guys, we've got less than 5 seconds here. And rest. Great job. You did it. You worked your lower core. Awesome.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. That was our 10-minute of modified, 10-minute of more intense lower abdominal work. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. My plants would really appreciate it if you did, and so would I. Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Have a very cool day.